Hey hockey fans, welcome back to the fifth and final part of the series. It's been pretty fun for me putting this together for you guys and presenting it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. I'm going to try to cover these last few teams maybe a little bit more extensively than I did the ones before, because I didn't want this to be, the last video and it be super short, like 5 minutes long. So I may cover each team a little bit more extensively than I did the others, but I just wanted you guys to get the most out of each video and take away the most that you possibly could. So without further ado, here is the fifth and final video. Now, our first team of the series is going to be the Toronto Maple Leafs. The NHL was founded in 1917 despite Eddie Livingstone, who was the owner of Toronto's pre-NHL team, the Toronto Blue Shirts of then the National Hockey Association. Second fact is, the teams won the Stanley Cup in the NHL's first inaugural season, but it wasn't until 1947 that the NHL actually engraved their names, the Toronto Arenas, onto Lord Stanley's Cup. The team's primary color was once green instead of the blue that we know today. In 1919, the Toronto Arenas went bankrupt and changed hands, and then also changed names, which they became temporarily known as the Toronto St. Patrick's. But the name change didn't seem to influence the team much at all, at least not in a bad way, because the team went on to win the Stanley Cup in 1922. This is definitely one of my favorite facts of the series because it's pretty funny. The fourth fact, legendary coach Roger Neilson was actually asked to wear a paper bag on his head during a game. The Leafs owner Howard Ballard had actually previously fired Neilson partway through the 1978-79 season, and in result of objections from players and media and fans, Ballard then brought him back, but under one condition. He wanted him to wear a paper bag on his head. Unsurprisingly, as most people would, Neilson refused and was fired again by the season's end. Final fact for Toronto, with an estimated worth of $1.1 billion US, according to Forbes, the Leafs are the third most valuable franchise in the NHL, behind the Montreal Canadiens and the New York Rangers. Now, on to Vancouver. The Canucks' name was taken from a Canadian folk hero, Johnny Canuck, who was a great logger, skater, and an occasional hockey player in his spare time. The Canucks joined the league in 1970 as an expansion team along with the Buffalo Sabres. In its NHL history, the team has been able to advance to the Stanley Cup Finals 3 times, but unfortunately, that's as close as it's gotten to winning a cup since becoming a franchise. The Vancouver Canucks mascot is an anthropomorphic killer whale, or orca, named Finn the Whale. On occasion, smoke will come out of the blowhole in his head, and Finn is also known for his chomping when he proceeds to bite the heads of fans. But besides Finn, 2 Canucks fans became unofficial mascots of the team at the end of the 2009 season, donning Zentai-style, skin-tight green bodysuits in slightly different shades of green as the Green Men, and have been known to accompany the team on road games. As I've observed myself, if you're on the opposing team, the Green Men can become annoying very fast. Sadly though, in November of 2014, they announced that 2014-15 season was going to be their last. And the last fact is, the Canucks have went through various logos and jersey colors over the years. For their inaugural season, their logo was a hockey stick in the shape of a shallow V, superimposed on a blue rink-shaped rectangle forming the letter C. This was abandoned in 1985 to feature the team's emblem on the front of the jersey instead of the side, as the emblem had been previously worn on the arms. The logo consisted of the word Canucks in a diagonal slant as part of a blade of a skate, and interestingly enough, some like to refer to this as the Star Wars logo. Personally, this is my favorite logo that the Canucks have had to offer yet because it just seems more original, and for a retro-looking logo, it's pretty cool. In 1997, the Canucks unveiled a new logo which featured an orca breaking out of a patch of ice that forms a stylized C. The logo has been criticized in the past and accused of being a blatant reference to their parent company, Orca Bay, which is now Canucks Sports and Entertainment. The current logo is almost identical to this one because as the only real difference between the two is their color schemes. And on to Vegas. Even though the first team in Vegas has yet to officially debut, the NHL has actually had a presence in Las Vegas since 1991, when an outdoor game was held in Las Vegas between the Los Angeles Kings and the New York Rangers that were facing each other outside Caesars Palace in a preseason exhibition game. The city has also hosted Frozen Fury, which is a preseason competition between the LA Kings and the Colorado Avalanche. The NHL has also held award ceremonies in Vegas since 2009. Second fact, on June 24th of 2015, the league officially opened up the window for prospective owners to bid on expansion teams. By this point, Bill Foley, one of the team's current owners, had secured more than 13,200 season ticket deposits for the arena. And on July 21st of that year, the NHL confirmed that it had received an application for an expansion team from Foley for a Las Vegas team, but it was one of 2 bids to have been submitted, the other from Quebecor to revive the Quebec Nordics. Later, during the NHL awards ceremony, NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman announced that the expansion franchise had been awarded to Las Vegas and they would begin play officially in the 2017-2018 season. Third fact is, Foley's original preferred name for the team was the Las Vegas Black Knights because it was a tribute to the Army Black Knights, his alma mater. But he also admitted that his preferred name, Black Knights, was unlikely due to various legal issues dealing with trademarks, copyrights, and domain names. So instead, Foley announced that the team would be known as the Desert Knights, Silver Knights, or Golden Knights. He told Yahoo Sports that his group already had clearance on those names and made their final decision on the name in late August. Final fact, on November 22nd of 2016, the name was revealed as the Vegas Golden Knights, excluding Las from the title. The team's logo, as well as the secondary logo and wordmark, were also revealed, incorporating a black V to represent Vegas. But the legal issues had yet to go away. 6 days prior to the name reveal, a few reports were released that the United States Army were reviewing the rights to the name because it had been used by their parachute team since 1959. The United States Patent and Trademark Offices rejected the Golden Knight trademark application when citing an objection from the College of State Roads, but the team had their own rebuttal saying that they appealed the decisions on the ground that multiple other collegiate teams used the same name. Therefore, on August 4th of 2017, the team received news that their appeal was successful, and the team was granted trademarks for Vegas Golden Knights and also the Las Vegas Golden Knights. On to the second last team featured in this series, the Washington Capitals. Along with the Kansas City Scouts, the Capitals joined the NHL as an expansion team for the 1974-75 season. With a combined 30 teams between the NHL and the WHA, the World Hockey Association, the available talent stretched thin. Capitals had few players with the professional experience and were at a disadvantage against the long-standing teams which were stocked with veteran players. Therefore, as to be expected, the Capitals' inaugural season was a dreadful one, even by expansion standards. They finished with far and away with the worst record in the league, with an 8-67-5 record. Their 21 points were half that of their expansion brethren, the Scouts. The 8 wins are the fewest for an NHL team playing in at least 70 games. And the .131 winning percentage is still the worst in NHL history. Fourth fact, the Caps have unveiled 4 different logos, 2 of them featuring the patriotic red, white, and blue colors, while the other 2 with the colors of blue, black, and bronze. My favorite logo happens to be their current one, which features a red and blue eagle up top with a silhouette of the White House below of unoccupied space. Despite the fact that they have yet to win their first Stanley Cup since their founding in 1974, they've won 1 conference championship, 3 President's Trophies, and 10 division titles. And now to the final team, the Winnipeg Jets. The Jets began play as the Atlanta Thrashers from the 1999 to the 2000 NHL season. True North Sports and Entertainment bought the team in May of 2011 and then relocated the franchise from Atlanta to Winnipeg, making them the first franchise to relocate since the Hartford Whalers relocated to Raleigh of North Carolina to become the Carolina Hurricanes. The team was renamed the Jets after Winnipeg's original WHA and NHL team, which relocated after the 95-96 season to Arizona, which is currently the team that we know today, the Arizona Coyotes. Third fact is, similar to the past known Pittsburgh tradition, the Winnipeg whiteout dates back to 1987 when fans of the original Jets franchise were asked to wear all white to home playoff games to create a more intimidating effect and atmosphere. It was created in the response of the Sea of Red, created by the fans of the Calgary Flames, whom the Jets were actually facing in the first round of the 1987 Stanley Cup playoffs. The Jets went on to eliminate the Flames in 6 games, and the fans have worn white for every home playoff game ever since. And the fans of the continuing franchise in Glendale, Arizona have even carried on the same tradition, and it is referred as the Coyotes whiteout, respectively, by Coyotes fans. Final fact is, the team's current logo is meant to commemorate the Royal Canadian Air Force, and it features a silhouetted jet, which is actually a CF-18 Hornet, atop a stylized red maple leaf, surrounded by a navy blue and gray circle known in military terms as a roundel. I hope you enjoyed this series. Let me know actually which part was your favorite, and also subscribe if you haven't, and be sure to add me on Snapchat and Twitter, and if you can, also check out my Patreon page. Again, I hope you enjoyed this series. Let me know if you liked it by giving me a thumbs up, and I hope you all have a great week. Thanks for the view.